Good day to you mga ka-learners! Teacher Angel here. Let's now look at using scales. Not the ones used to weigh what you buy from the market, but what we use to draw maps and plans. In Lesson 1, you learned how important a scale is in a map. You learned that a scale helps you determine the actual size of a certain place or its distance from another place. After studying this lesson, you should be able to interpret a plan drawn to scale, draw objects to scale, and enlarge or reduce scale drawings of objects and things. Scale drawings are used to represent things that are either too large or too small to be drawn to actual size. A scale drawing is either a reduced or an enlarged copy of an object or a place. A reduced copy has the same proportion or relative size as the original but is smaller in size. On the other hand, an enlarged copy has the same proportion or relative size but larger in size. To further understand and interpret scales, let's look at this situation. An interior designer of a house made a scale drawing of the finished living room. He then talked about it with Ben, the carpenter. The interior designer shows Ben a scale drawing of a living room, asking him to make the room exactly like the one in the drawing. He gives him a drawing along with a scale of 1 inch to 18 inches. Ben looks at the drawing and tells him it's an okay-looking living room. However, Ben has problems using scales. Let's help Ben understand how to use scaled and scaled drawings. First, look at the scale. Count the number of squares within the darker lines. Based on the drawing, we can see that the sofa has a total scaled length of 4 inches. Since the scale our interior designer used for the drawing is 1 inch to 18 inches, we multiply the measurement of the sofa by 18 to get the actual length. How long is the sofa? Yes, that's right. It is 72 inches long. To further understand how to draw objects or places using a scale, let's look at another example. Study the step-by-step solutions we have. Problem number 1. Mang Andoy built a bathroom. The actual length of the bathroom is 12 feet, while its width is 6 feet. If 3 feet is represented by 1 inches, make a scale drawing of the bathroom. Solution. Step 1. The problem asks that you make a reduced drawing of the bathroom. Step 2. Imagine the objects that should be drawn as shown from the top and know the exact measurement of all its parts. List down the given measurements. Actual length of the bathroom, 12 feet. Actual width of the bathroom, 6 feet. Step 3, determine the scale you will use for your drawing. In this case, our scale is 1 inches to 3 feet. Step 4, determine the actual measurements of the object to be drawn. Then represent these measurements using the given scale. To solve for the length of the bathroom, we take the actual length, which is 12 feet, and divide it by 3 feet. We then multiply it by 1 inch to get an answer of 4 inches. This makes the scaled length of the bathroom 4 inches. To solve for the width of the bathroom, we take its actual width of 6 feet and divide it by 3. Multiplying the result by 1 inch, we get 2 inches. Therefore, the scaled width of the bathroom is 2 inches. Step 5, draw the object to scale. Do not forget to indicate the scale you used. Now try this example for yourself. Follow along as I solve the problem. Problem number 2. A photograph is 3 inches wide and 5 inches long. The photograph is enlarged to a width of 9 inches. What then is the length of the enlarged photograph? What scale was used? Solution. Step 1. Decide whether the object was reduced or enlarged. In this case, the photograph was enlarged. Step 2. Imagine seeing the object from the top and know the exact measurement of its parts. List down the given measurements. Width of the original photograph equals 3 inches while its length is 5 inches. The width of the enlarged photograph is 9 inches. Step 3. Using the given, while letting x stand for the unknown, solve for x or the length of the enlarged photograph as in measurement of the original photograph, 3 inches wide and 5 inches long. Measurement of the enlarged photograph, 9 inches wide and x inches long. Step 4. Equate the two given measurements to solve for the unknown. To do this, we use a method called cross multiplication. We first take the original photograph and write it as a fraction on one side of the equation. That's 3 inches over 5 inches. We do the same for the enlarged photograph and place it on the other side of the equal sign. That's 9 inches over x. We then multiply 3 by x and 5 by 9 to get the equation 3x equals 5 times 9 inches. After dividing both sides by 3, we get x equals 15 inches. Therefore, the length of the enlarged photograph is 15 inches with its dimensions now at 9 inches by 15 inches. Step 5. Determine the scale used. Remember when we divided both sides of the equation 3x equals 5 times 9 inches by 3? This means our scale is 1 inch is to 3 inches. Before we end this lesson, let's look back at what we learned. A scale is a proportion between two sets of dimensions as between those of a drawing and its original. A scale is used when drawing objects or places that are either too big or too small to draw in their actual sizes. And that's it for our module on maps and scales. Did you like our lessons? Were you able to learn something new from them? I sure hope you did. And I also hope you apply them the next time you come across maps and plans that involve using them. See you in our future modules. This has been Teacher Angel for Solar Learning.